Hey, hello, this is Iver from Zand, SAP Lux, and this is a very short demo of the built-in pre-calculation features in Lumira that we see now as of 1.27, and that's also available in the Lumira server for the BI platform. So I have a small data set with actuals, budget, forecast. Over here I have a number of dimensions and hierarchies, and if I tick the visualize tab, you will see that there is a new functionality over here where the pre-calculations are available. There are four types: winning calculations, moving average, percentage of, and difference from, where you can define your own settings. I will quickly show some of them. So let me take a cross tab. I use the actuals, and let me, for example, use P&L element over here. Let's drag it over here. So over here you see P&L, which falls down into a number of P&L groups that have P&L elements, and over here I have my actuals. And if I now tick either this button, or I can do the same by ticking the matrix itself, and then the same menu pops up. I can choose running calculations. For example, I can give it a name, sample moving average, running average. And you can see that I can choose the measure. It could be the one that I already selected, or another one available over here in my metrics box. And I can choose the type of running, so average, running count, running min, running max, running sum, and I can choose to reset. So on what level I want to reset the running. So for example, I can reset on P&L group, and do a running average, and you will see what comes up. So you see the metric over here. It creates the running average, and the moment that we fall into a new P&L group, it starts all over calculating. So this is example one. Another example is that, for example, I can do a moving average, so I can add that one too. Moving average, again, the same idea. So I can choose the metric that I have. I can choose the reset level. Again, I could choose, for example, P&L group. And very important, I can choose the number of values before and after the reset that I want to be included. So I could put this on 2, for example, on 2, and you will see the difference popping up. I will closely scroll through the details so that you later on can have a look at the video and play it slowly, so you can see what exactly is the difference based on the number of metrics I include before and after the preset. So last two examples, I tick the plus button, and again let me choose a cross tab with actuals, for example, and well, let's go for the same data, where I can choose, for example, also the the last element, percentage of. So I can, over here, this is the third embedded calculation, percentage of. I can do that based on P&L group or grand total. So let me choose grand total, and you will see that it automatically calculates the percentage of. Another one very interesting is the following. This is the last one. If I go, for example, by time series, so let me pick up my date over here. Here you can see the date with the different actuals, and the last and fourth embedded calculations is the difference from, that I use a lot for creating year-to-dates, quarter-to-dates, stuff like that. So you see the menu over here. So again, I can give it a name, sample moving difference from. And I can choose the metric, and I can say, well, I want you to create the difference based on the previous, the next value, the first or the last value, and especially these one first and last value become very applicable when I choose this one, where I want to which I want to use as a base dimension. I have now only one, so I use the date as my base dimension, and oops, let me choose it. and I can define whether I want to do the difference from as values or as percentages. So let me calculate that, and here you can perfectly see that it typically creates the differences from the previous value. So I think it's very clear that you can easily use this when you use hierarchies to do a year-to-date based on sub-hierarchies and stuff like that. Thank you for your attention, and I hope you have some insight in the embedded calculations that are now available within Lumira. You could do this in the past by creating your own calculated dimension, but that's then you have to type in a formula. Now it's embedded, so I think a real value add. Many